What's up, tea sippers? You know what? Y'all already know where I am. I'm in Atlanta, of course, but I'm at the Heritage Ball, 13th annual Heritage Ball here in the fine city of Atlanta. And I've been wanting to take this opportunity. I've been trying to get this opportunity to speak to TJ. If you do not know who TJ is, I'll let him introduce himself. I'll let him tell you who he is.
Oh man.
But at the end of the day, this is a conversation I think that it's about a week and a half, 2 weeks overdue. Our schedules are so crazy, but we had an opportunity. He came down to the hotel and said, "Okay, wait a minute. I got you in one stationary place. I'm not that far from the hotel. Let's make it happen." So I want to tell you first, thank you so very much for making this happen.
Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot.
That's how it works.
Tell them who you are.
Hey everybody. Herb, Deborah,
Hey y'all.
Roy, Smooth. Let's checking in. Everybody's
What's
checking
up?
in.
This is going to be interesting. This is TJ.
Yes. Terrence, TJ Estelle, give him the government.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Terrence, not
Terrence.
Terrence.
Oh, it's Terrence.
Yeah. I'm the second, so it's not a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Terronce.
All right.
We didn't make that up.
We didn't make it up.
Not at all.
Well, I see some of my good media friends are checking in. Holla G Holla.
Hey yo.
Pronounced with a gala, or however you say it.
You can't play with my yo.
Yo. So what's up, y'all? So let me tell y'all who TJ is. If you have not had an opportunity to see the movie Step Back to Love.
Hey, that's what it's called? Stepping Back to Love?
Is it Stepping Back to, and it's stepping with an E.
It's an N.
It's the E too.
STEPPIN.
Right, we don't own that. That's a whole nother story.
We got to pay for that one, don't we?
They should have spelled it with a 3. That's my new thing now. Don't use an E, use a 3.
That's
I only
dope.
charge about $45.
Man don't own that did
That's what I came up with.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's smart, right?
You got to flip it.
I gotta flip it. You gotta flip it.
But the dance is about adjustment.
It's about adjustments, and we're gonna talk about adjustments, right?
Oh, my God.
All right. So you guys, a lot of you guys did look at the movie actually with me. We actually were live watching the movie together, which was super fun.
That was dope.
That was so fun. Like in the last minute, I decided to do that.
That was good.
Yeah, so we had a good time. So I wanted to have an opportunity to talk to TJ because TJ, as you know, people were basically coming for your head for a minute. Not your head, anybody's head associated with this movie, calling it stepping.
And so is the community.
You understand? They were coming.
That's
What
how-
in the
that's-
hell is going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. And that's to be expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I think before the movie, I had an opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I kind of had an idea as to say, okay. And then I was there. I hadn't told a lot of people this, but I was there in the first set of filming.
Yeah.
So were a lot of other people, and I told you I will not say their names. If they want to say their names, they will say them.
So I need to do the same.
Exactly. So we won't do that.
Okay.
But there were a lot of people that have been doing this dance a very long time, longer than myself, probably longer than you too,
Yeah,
DJ, right?
that
In
were
terms
there.
of stepping.
Yeah.
That were there.
Yeah.
So do not think that this just happened.
nah.
No, they were not. Some of them were actually consultants to the actual show.
Yeah.
So bring us from what we recorded versus what you had to do almost a year later. Explain to us what happened.
Like a year and a half, actually.
I know it's been a minute.
Yeah, because I was on the first casting.
Okay.
But I only went to one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did one day. Yes.
Yeah. So you did the first day.
I did the first day.
'Cause I didn't
You did
see
the-
you.
You did the second day.
I was on day 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do the second day. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was on the day when they did the dance scenes, where they did the competition part.
See, I wasn't on that one.
Oh yeah.
I was in like the open dancing, like they did more open dancing
Yeah.
than anything else. Okay.
And so we had some couples that represented the A really well.
Okay. In the first casting.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
y'all hear that? There was the first casting, and that casting was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Easily.
And that was the competition part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, leading up to what we actually saw on TV, what happened?
There is some footage from their first performance that they did.
Okay.
April and
Whatever. Frank. I don't know.
Darren? No, that's his real name. I know their real names.
Okay.
Yeah. Derek.
Derek. That's
April
it.
and Derek. That's
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
because
they
I
took
had
about-
a chance to learn them on a personal basis.
That's nice. They seem like nice people, but get to the chase. How did it end up being what we saw?
A lot of pulling, pushing, and tugging. Obviously the first project was scrapped.
And why was it scrapped? Why did they get rid of all of us seasoned dancers and put up those folks doing whatever that is, kissing legs and things of that nature? What happened?
The main word you said? The main word you said was seasoned. They didn't feel like seasoned was going to sell Hollywood.
Do y'all hear that?
That's what they told me.
So
they felt like it was too old. That's what they said.
The people were too old.
The whole feel, the whole look of it. I mean, they're looking from a. I'm an artist, so I had to like come down out of my artistry and get an understanding. Even though I have a passion for the dance and I know the dance, as an artist, I had to understand them as an artist.
I understand.
So they felt like through their lens, it wasn't something that they wanted to show that they felt would get enough pull on the screen.
Now I'm going to ask you a personal question. Do you agree? Looking at it from the lenses that you, not the dance itself, looking at it from the lens that you just mentioned, do you agree with the call they had to make?
Well, yes and no. Because I know the culture. But at the same time, I have always been trying to be a culture shifter.
I understand.
And there's always a lack, I feel, of younger people taking on this dance that we love so much.
So
not a lack, but you know, it's not, the rates aren't as high as they could and should be. We're in Atlanta.
Right.
This is a major metropolitan black city.
Right, absolutely.
And this is a grown and sexy ass dance.
Absolutely.
Where a whole lot of grown and sexy ass people live here.
So I want to talk more from, hey Kim Bowie, how are you? So we have some legends that are checking in.
Hey everybody.
Hey Tanya Tolver, she's SDC out in the summer party that's going on in San Diego.
Okay, San Diego.
It's June 3rd through 7th, I want to say, coming off the dome. So you have a lot of great people that are checking in.
I see you, everybody.
So staying in that same vein that you just said,
yeah.
You know, I don't want to say young. It's a sexy dance.
Most
it's
definitely.
For grown folks.
Yeah.
We're in the city of Atlanta where there's being movies shot constantly here.
This is Black Hollywood.
This is Black Hollywood.
It is.
Do you think that this was a good move for us in terms of a stepping culture?
I do. Across the board. I do. Because it's been a minute since our culture has really been highlighted. Like, we're real underground. You know? We're like the hip-hop scene in Atlanta. Right. Like the real hip-hop scene. I ain't talking about mumble mouth hip-hop. I'm talking about real hip-hop. You know?
Absolutely.
No offense to mumble mouth. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Mama.
Yeah. But, you know, it's a different culture. And if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
You know, I get a lot of people that move here that funnel through me just off of social media and different things that you might plug into that would never know that we even dance like this in the city of Atlanta.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think it hurt or helped stepping? I know you think it helped some, right?
Yes, yeah.
But
because you got to bring attention
dance,
to it. Because you got to bring attention to it. Because when we look back at the culture of how this dance has been promoted, you know, we don't really have a whole lot of representation. The first time I fell in love with stepping was Love Jones.
Okay, correct.
Okay? As a stepper now, if I go back and look at Love Jones,
you'll pick it apart.
I'm like,
that ain't stepping.
Right. But my first impression drove me to want to know what the trueness of it was. And that was Hollywood's story of it. But that don't mean I got to stop there. It just triggers whatever else you want to go into. So, same thing with Step in the Name of Love. You know, I had Dre is one of my mentors. So, you know, I had some conversation with some different people in this process.
Okay.
You know, that have laid the foreground before me. I'm not going in this like, you know, I know everything. I'm young.
Absolutely.
You know, but I've been doing it for a while.
So I think what we could, and this is not take away, not meaning we're about to finish, but I think what we could take away from what you just said, we have to be willing to give this dance I don't want to say away, but give it
Not
a
necessarily.
little. You understand what I'm trying to go with that?
We got to give it space to grow.
Yeah.
It's like we holding it. Like, you know, like my niece, like this is one of the things that made me be like, I don't care what nobody else is saying. Y'all good. I understand because I know the process it went through to get to this film.
Okay.
And, you know, my niece who was 7 years old, Uncle, I seen you dancing. I want to learn how to step. After that, I was good.
Yeah.
That's like kids seeing drumline.
Right.
You know.
And wanted to be in the band.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, you're doing things that are impressionable. It ain't necessarily have to be so exact to the people who know. But the people who don't know.
That's true.
Right.
It was hard for us that know.
I know.
It
It's
was
always hard for us
to
that
sit
know.
there and watch it. I'm going.
It's always hard for us that know.
What is you doing? You ain't even on the right beat,
Girl.
You're not even on the right. What are
Look,
you doing?
I was watching it.
I'm
with
like,
my
what is
fingers
he
crossed.
doing?
Because at the end of the day, whoever's behind the camera and who's ever cutting and chopping and screwing and mixing,
Right.
it's their eye.
Ugh. And they know nothing about this culture.
You could have filmed a whole them coming out, you know, on the 8 count, boom, 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 showing their feet. That don't mean it's gonna come across on the camera. That's not attractive to the people who, at the end of the day, got to do their job and present something to their boss to say, look, this is what we selling.
That's interesting.
That's the reality of Hollywood. And it's fast. It's quick. I had to change stuff on the set.
Now, you were a part of the dance scene. So all of the dance scenes that you guys saw, it was TJ. He was a part of that. Explain to us how much time you had to pull together what you did pull together. Explain that piece to us. We don't want to go past that part because I think that's huge.
So the dance scenes were twofold.
Okay.
Because they did a casting, because they did a calling for dancers, steppers in Atlanta.
After they scratched us.
Yes,
we already did.
Yes, after the first part, and I didn't really know the severity or the amount of what was scratched.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just coming into it real blind, to be honest with you, because I just did this a year and a half ago.
So it's it was almost like, so y'all gonna still do that movie?
Yeah.
Right, because you hadn't heard anything about it.
Nothing at all, and I heard about it through the grapevine. Like I wasn't even supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to be there the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's a whole nother segment.
So, how did you come to be? How did walk us through it, TJ?
So
how did they get you? What happened?
Okay, so I started hearing through the grapevine that they were casting for a dance scene movie.
Okay.
And I'm in casting. I live in Atlanta.
Right.
I'm an entrepreneur. You know, throw your picture out. You know, you go to different agencies to do extras work.
Absolutely.
I've been in a couple movies. You know, sometimes some stuff falls through where you're flagged.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like matchmaking. So
I need to talk to you about it. I think I need to be moving around a little bit more.
Yeah, depending on what you put on what you offer as far as gigs, you know. I say that I'm a choreographer. I say that I'm a dancer. I say, you know. So there are things that come through the portal that match you.
Got you. So this one matched you.
Right.
Okay. I'm
So
not
they
gonna say how much
contacted
time
me.
you had. So they contacted you after they've done the casting for the dancers.
Nah. Okay. So this particular one, the first time contacted me.
Okay.
On the second go around, I got contacted by the choreographer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because they changed choreographers from the first movie. Because the first movie was straight salsa.
It was.
Yeah.
I remember.
Salsa, Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance. Mixture. And Booty Shake. Don't forget that part. Because there's some twerking in there too.
In the first?
Yeah, in the first. Okay. So I got contacted. I have a relationship with Dance 411. So I've done some different work with them.
Powerful dance company here
Most
in
definitely.
Atlanta.
Nobody comes through Atlanta without going to 411. Yeah.
I've even been through 411, and I am not. You know what I mean? So that's just how powerful.
Shout out to Dance 411.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
great organization.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Black owned, I think.
Yeah,
it's
most
2 women,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only a dance studio, but it's a dance agency.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's sort of a twofold purpose.
Nice. Okay.
So I've done work there as far as choreography.
Mm-hmm.
They might bring me in to be a guest instructor.
Oh, nice.
Master classes, stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm from a dance background before stepping.
See. Okay.
Yeah, stepping
Well,
and ain't my first.
That's not your first thing.
No.
But you got it because you put that you were a choreographer and you stepped.
And I dance.
And you dance.
And when I put dance, I have to put down everything that I do.
And you happen to say stepping.
Yeah.
And so then they chose
You have to
you.
put Chicago stepping because I do Greek stepping too.
Correct.
So you have to have the variations. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You
They
gotta
called
give them a description. The choreographer called me.
Hey, what was that conversation?
I've been booked to do this movie. They want to do stepping. I know you know it. I don't really know it like that. But I'm the choreographer.
How many days did you have?
I had 2 classes.
With these hired steppers, dancers. So you get into a room.
So I get called maybe 2 days prior. And the choreographer says, are you interested? There's going to be conversation. I'm like, I'm just like the opportunity.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay. I got to have some details. Like, when is the filming? When are the rehearsals? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I can make sure my schedule fits the commitment that they're asking me for. And they're like, yeah, no, whatever, blah, 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 won't. And they say, we're going to have an audition on this night, which is like 2 nights away. And I want you to invite all the steppers that you know. Might be some of your students, might be people from the community.
Okay.
That fit a demographic of 25, I think, to 40. Right. Might have been 45, but I'm pretty sure it was like 25 to 40. And I'm like, okay. And when is it? Okay. And when do they have to be available if they do make it? Okay. Because you're asking for a grown demographic of people that work, have jobs.
Right.
And when these movies film, they want your whole day.
Absolutely. We were there all day long.
Yes.
All
and
day
they ain't
long.
paying you a whole lot of money for your whole day.
And you're sitting the majority of the day.
Most definitely. You're chilling.
So it's, oh my God.
Yeah.
When are we going to start doing this stuff?
It can be very boring.
Oh my God.
So I was teaching line dancing and teaching dancing while we was chilling in between the cut of the film. Because it was cold, number one. It's always cold.
Very cold in there.
Why is
we're
that?
telling y'all how it is on set. So y'all got to go with this man. And he's trying to explain to y'all how this thing came to be. Yeah. So you had 2 classes.
2 classes.
To teach professional dancers how to do stepping.
Yeah.
What was the biggest issue with getting them to understand a stepper's beat?
How many people watching? 30, 40? Oh, get some tip. Call your friends.
Yeah, seriously. Y'all share this live. Because y'all know I can't share.
Y'all got to share this.
Share this live. This is getting ready to get for real.
Yeah, this is really
Share
real.
it.
Okay.
So, you're trying to go back. We're trying to teach a room full of professional dancers.
Yeah. Well, let's go a little bit back before that because I was able to call some dancers that were willing to come to the audition.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in the audition, I had some of my students and then some other people that were from the community that decided to come to that particular audition.
Okay.
They had already been informed about another audition, which was more like the extras.
Okay.
I didn't know it was separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just knew that they wanted dancers.
Okay.
So I didn't know that they had already had an audition and probably some people from the stepping community went to that audition.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't there, so I don't know who was there and who wasn't. So
I feel like it was such a secret.
That's okay. So
I mean, real talk. Like it feel like it moved. It feel like it moved silently. And so when it did come out, it felt some kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? It just felt some kind of way.
I mean, Whenever I get like an opportunity to do something, they're looking for a certain demographic, I reach out to all of the groups in the community or people who I have personal relationships with that I think fit this role. I don't think that's always giving back to me.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's cool. You know, what God has for you.
It's for you.
Always.
Absolutely.
Always. So I've always had to play the background on a lot of things.
So you played the background on this.
I did.
So you come in, you have a room full of professional dancers, and you say, all right, the steppers beat is this.
Man.
Play me some stepping music. After they turned off the R. Kelly, then you had to tell them to play something else.
We already knew, like, going in, when my conversation with the choreographer, he already knew my stance on, you know, what stepping was to me and what it wasn't.
Okay.
Because I had been called in to 411 before to do choreography for when R. Kelly went on the BET Awards and did Backyard Party.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But they gave them one rehearsal.
Wow.
So when it goes to you know, practice and things of that nature, if the artistic director is not feeling that, they're not going to put that on their stage. And I knew after a 2-hour class with these professional dancers trying to learn stepping, that wasn't going to go.
That's not going to work.
No. Because a lot of people don't know what it takes to do this craft. Because number one, it's not just you.
Right. Right.
You're dancing with a partner.
And a lot of people not. Maybe some of these people weren't familiar with
partner dancing at all.
Yeah, and that's a different.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
All in itself.
None of the people that they grouped me with had major experience in partner dancing at all.
Wow.
I don't even think the choreographer had any experience in partner dancing. Not to slight their dance, because after, you know, the whole process and stuff, I started doing research on the people I worked with, because I didn't want to go into the classroom with preconceived notions with a limited amount of time.
Okay.
Because I'm already a hard ass.
Okay.
So I didn't want to be an asshole hard ass.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But after this process was over, these kids get on BET. Some of them just was on the Grammys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they some of them were just coming off of doing Coming to America.
Nice.
They're dancers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we get it.
I know.
But when you come to stepping,
yes,
a lot of people that do stepping are not really dancers for the definition that you have, right?
Yeah.
They dance.
Yes.
And you understand the difference that I'm saying, y'all? There are dancers and then some people that's just dance.
Most definitely. It's a major difference.
It's a major difference, right?
Most definitely.
So the mindset of this dance is just dance.
Yes.
Get into the music, you do what you feel, once you get your pattern or whatever, and you do that. When you're dealing with dancers, it's a different, okay, is it, you know, am I dancing on the up? Am I dancing on the low? Am I dancing, give it to me in eights? You know what I mean? And this dance is not that way. So I can even imagine.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was hard. The first mistake I made, because we were on such a, and I don't want to say it's a mistake, okay? Let me not say that, okay? But I gave them an option because I knew they were dancers.
Okay.
And I told them that I can give you a universal language in this dance to where when you learn it from me grueling you for these 2 rehearsals that we got, you could be able to leave here and do it with other people.
Right.
Universally.
I understand.
Okay? Or I can translate it to your dance regimen.
Okay.
Of how you count.
Wow, CJ.
Right.
That's a lot to dissect through. So what we're trying to do in this interview, y'all, is let you see what this man had to deal with in a short period of time.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And trying to get people's concentration off, this was supposed to have been a dance movie. Or this was a dance documentary.
A movie with dance sprinkled.
It's just happened to be that
they treated it like that.
I think with the problem...
They treated it like that.
I think with...
They did. Because they didn't put a whole lot of emphasis and a lot of resources in the dance.
Well, why would they call it... If you haven't seen the movie, please
they would call it stepping so you'll watch it.
So they used it. Used us.
I mean, I don't want to say they used us. They promoted us. They put us on a pedestal that we have not put ourselves on. Our story is not going to be told until we tell it. told real, let's be real. But they got the money, they got the backing, but you can't say no when that happens. But you have to definitely make sure that you have enough influence to where they don't water it down so much. Because I had to bite my tongue on a lot of stuff, but I could not bite my tongue on a lot of stuff.
And the finished product, do you feel like it was watered down too much?
You know, editing is editing.
Yeah.
You know, what I saw them doing on the scene and things of that nature, you know,
You were
in
happy
a
with
short,
it. You can do it.
yeah, in a short amount of time, I was proud of.
Okay.
In a short amount of time.
Right.
Because, you know, I had two, okay, so let's think about stepping. So I know a lot of people on this thing. What's up, DJ Raven?
Marketing 101. Exactly, Raven. Right.
What up, though? A lot of people, when you think about stepping, okay, I want you to think about one instructor in a room, whether it be a female or a male,
Okay.
and the role of that one instructor when they're teaching both sides of the dance.
Oh, forgot about that because you had to teach both sides.
Right. So you're teaching choreography. So not only you teaching both sides, but you got to know both sides.
Wow.
Because you have to show them continuously what their side is when they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So you got to show the man's side, woman's side, both sides.
Wow.
Right. So you're dealing with 4 couples, and you're dealing with the main characters.
Okay. Let's bring in the main character.
In 2 rehearsals.
All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go to the main character. I'm glad you brought him up.
The main characters were challenging, but very favorable. I mean, I loved my main characters. And I had to, Darren is a beast, okay? Very focused, very professional. He told me, he was like, he was like, I've been doing choreography for years. He said, you're the most patient choreographer I've ever worked with.
Wow.
And that's me. That's just because I deal with senior citizens. I deal with the kids, you know. You got to be patient.
Let me tell you what I saw in the movie. Now, you know when you sit down and you sip tea with me, we sips. Don't we, y'all? Don't we tea sippers? We sips.
He's such a hip-hopper.
Oh, my God. I saw what... Let me just be honest.
I know.
What I saw was more ballroom than stepping, right?
I can see your point on that.
Literally. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, they're ballroom.
And I think that's more of the angles of what the cameras wanted. Because I come from both backgrounds, so I know the difference.
Right.
You know. And I had to tell them a lot of times what the difference was. Okay? But the way they're trying to film it, they want to see the expressions on people's face. They can't drop a camera down with you face to face. So a lot of the shots they wanted, a lot of our main shots that they wanted, you know, I had to teach the man basics.
But to ballroom.
No.
I ain't see no stepping.
It depends on what they put on their footwork. You saw them standing side by side. That's what you think that you saw with
but I don't know
ballroom.
what the feet were doing.
Exactly. Then they 8 count side by side.
Their shoulders didn't look like they were doing stepping.
I know.
I'm kidding. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because when they did show feet, it
I
was
saw that.
it was ballroom, and I'm going.
You sure?
I think I saw one lady that had on an orange dress. She might have almost done some stepping, almost, but it was quick.
Yeah.
Like seriously, all of us was fixated on finding some stepping. Am I the only one?
Now let me say this: I cannot give them 2 classes for a stepping movie and they not learn basics.
Put Chicago steppers in stepping movies, not Hollywood.
I feel you.
Hollywood takes.
That's a real conversation. But you can't dictate Hollywood's money and how they want to go. Not right now. I mean, maybe after this we can.
I think my fears for us is that some of us that's been in this industry, some of y'all, I'm not say us because I just got in it. Some of y'all that's been in this business of stepping for a very long time, you're not willing to bend. You're not very flexible. Yeah. I've been doing this dance 40 years.
Like this.
And this is how we gonna do it.
And that's probably some of the reason they scrapped the first part.
Absolutely. I think so. Because I saw a lot of those folks that were constantly in the producer's face. And you know, they constantly getting you out of the way. When you're on a set, you ain't got time to be trying to, this ain't how we do. That is not, they don't, first of all, everything that you're doing costs money. Yeah. Every time, every moment that we're spending is costing. Everything is costing some money. Yeah. So they're not going to sit here and try to convince you, and you trying to convince them this ain't stepping. It don't work that way.
I had the back lead in this process.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean?
Explain back lead to me.
You don't know what back leading is?
I sure don't.
Hands up for people who know what back leading is. Where the thumbs at?
No point intended. You don't got a bad one. I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody putting no thumbs.
We want to know exactly what that means. What role? We know your role. What is the back lead? Did you try to tell these people?
Can somebody? Right? She lying, Henry Wood. Exactly.
Shut up, Henry.
Look, my dog. Can somebody? Can y'all? Yes. Can we get the thumbs up for the back lead?
Whatever.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Whatever.
Yep. Lead from the back to real wall. Look. And it's not, it's like, I had to dance with somebody who was in control, but didn't necessarily know what they was doing.
How did you do that, knowing that?
I'm still dancing with them, so I still got to make them look good. The music's still on. I just got to make sure that I last through the song.
The songs wasn't even right. TJ,
let me tell you
what's going on with the songs was wrong.
So let me give you this. Okay, so we getting deep.
We getting deep on this, y'all.
So the first the audition I went to, they had their music that they wanted the cast to dance to because we're dealing with a movie, so they don't have the rights or licensing.
To a lot of different.
They ain't paid nobody money to be playing their money, playing their song.
I see.
So the songs that we did in the audition, I had stepped to the side and was like, oh, that's wrong. It's not the right tempo. Mm-hmm. It's not, we got to come up with some other stuff. And I told them, I have access to people that have music.
Right. It didn't have to be mainstream. It could have been independent artists.
So many people in our circle that got dope
stuff. Absolutely. Would have been a great opportunity. Absolutely.
You know, and I'm always trying to put other people on. When you're put in a position, your job is to put other people on.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you got the Carmichaels, you got Ronnie B, you got all these people that got music.
Young, even though she's not here, but she would have been great.
The list goes on and on to people who we support and people we listen to on the floor. So, they was like, oh, yeah, okay, you know. Bring some of the music to class.
Okay.
So I'm playing some of the music in class, and then they're like, well, they want to go with something that's a little bit more current. Okay, hold on. I do current.
Okay.
But you gonna meet me, I still gotta teach to this. Because up to this point, I'm teaching choreography and I don't have any set music.
Oh my God, TJ.
Right.
And you got 2 classes. Keep in mind he had 2 classes, so now you try to fight back the piece.
So I'm teaching an organic piece. I'm teaching an organic piece that hopefully is gonna match whatever music they put to it.
Oh wow.
Cause I can't do no musicality.
Right, because that's not what we.
Yeah. So it gotta be and I mean after 2 classes you pretty much are basic.
Oh my God.
But you gotta make basic look good. I know.
That was a lot.
But
that's a lot.
But that's Hollywood. That's what it is.
How do we transition from this, what you've done, and make this bigger for us as a community? What are some of the things that we can do? How do we transition?
I mean, I'm not telling everybody to say, hey, support it. But I've gotten a lot of love. I haven't had no one come up to me and be like, that shit was bold.
No, they talking about you behind your back.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Absolutely.
Because I don't look at social media and stuff like that and pay attention to that. If I see you, we still give that, we show love. I don't know what you said, bro. It's cool. I'm not that dude.
Yeah. They felt you were
It's better that way.
They felt you were quiet.
I had no reason to be.
They felt that this was the thing that I was getting. TJ was promoting it and talking, and all of a sudden, once it dropped, he got quiet.
No, I should have been quiet before it dropped because I was scared. Because I'm serious. Yeah. Because one of the hardest things that we have to deal with the dancers is having them to understand that we dance on top of the music.
Okay.
So I teach my students, stepping is on the Catholic beat. Okay. Ballroom, a lot of our other dances is on the Kojic and the Baptist beat.
Oh.
Give me my credits.
Let's talk to the sinners. So many folk don't go to church. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But they know what I'm talking about.
I'm saying, yeah.
The top and the bottom.
Right.
You know, and trying to teach people who dance on the bottom the top of the music.
In two classes.
Yeah, in 2 classes. That was tough.
I noticed that they did some line dancing.
Yeah.
Was that an easier thing to teach?
It was a stepping line dance.
Moving. Yeah, just to show some moving.
Because they needed the people that were in the film that were around to be like, I did a lot of stuff on the set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, TJ.
Yeah, because there were only 4 other dancers that were in the movie that were from the stepping community outside of the people that I trained.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to piggyback on them a whole lot.
Yeah.
They got some FaceTime. They didn't give them as much as they should have.
Yeah.
But we tried to make sure that we were grouped together.
Okay.
So when they're filming, because a lot of times they'll focus on one, but if we're together in a certain cluster, yeah, and you wanted to make sure that the genuine people were close, because you had a lot of people. When I first came to the class, the choreographer had a video of what he thought was Chicago stepping, and I'm not gonna put nobody's names or nothing out there.
No names.
But when I went to the audition, that's what they was doing, and I was like, "We're not about to be doing
whatever
this."
That is.
Yeah, that kick shuffle.
Let's talk about the producer of this. Do you know anything about he or she in terms of background in STEPPIN? Or are they from Chicago? Why did they choose STEPPIN to be a part of the project?
I really haven't had a whole lot of conversations with them about the project in totality, but I did try to foster a relationship with the director. It
was a man, right?
Yeah.
I think he was probably here for the first.
His name was Jack. Yeah, well, I tried to, while we were filming, I was hard.
Okay.
But they loved me for being hard because they professional dancers, so they used to that.
Okay.
They danced for our first class, they danced for about an hour with pennies on their hands.
Pennies?
Yeah, that's one of the things I do.
I don't even know.
Because you got to keep your posture. They was bouncy.
Okay.
So, if you got pennies on your hand, you can flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had to recreate that in a short time.
Wow. Go from that to smoothing this out some.
Most definitely. Because they're hearing that beat and because they're hip hop.
Okay.
You're going to see hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, so you got to figure out quickly how to smooth them out, how to make them be able to look like they're dancing together. Because they're used to dancing as individuals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one of the conversations I had with Darren on the scene, I had to pull him to the side and I was like, dude, I really need you to grasp the feeling of this dance. Is this kids on here?
No.
Okay. I was like, because you fucking her and you need to be making love to her.
Well, I'm a kid officially at this point.
I'm sorry.
No, but you're right.
And he was like,
oh, I got it.
Light bulb.
Right.
It's a sensual dance.
Absolutely.
You were
right.
Because that's hip hop.
Whose idea was for her to throw her leg up on his shoulder?
I'm sorry. Because they wanted like.
Oh, you gave them that.
But
wait. Did you give them to throw a leg up on the shoulder piece?
But it was a lot of stuff that they kind of, because he was supposed to suck on her toe. Hollywood is like, ooh, we want this and want that. So I got to a point where I was like, I'm going to give it to you then. Because y'all trying to do too much. So if you're trying to do too much, do this. They wanted the highlighted moves. They wanted the dips. They wanted the...
I understand that.
Yeah. They want to catch that from a camera perspective.
I understand. I actually understand that.
Yeah,
Because out of all of it, I remember her leg up on his shoulder.
Yeah, but if he sucked that toe...
I would have remembered that too.
Oh, he would have been all on it. You would have been trying to do that move in class.
Do y'all still feel like it's BS? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody's mind to be okay with what TJ did. I just really do. Because my mind is good with it. Like... to the real interview.
No, this is
This is it though.
Yeah, no, this is the real Holyfield.
This is it.
Yeah. So
Jay wouldn't be your friend because you say you tried to foster a relationship with him and it just wasn't working, or was he kind of standing?
No. I was like, that's you talking about the producer, right? The director.
Director. Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, because I tried to take the whole cast to Ellery's.
Nice, so they can see something.
Yeah, because I was like, y'all acting, and y'all trying to act a role y'all ain't never seen. Because y'all had been sent clips of what whoever sent you the clips thought Steppin was.
And that wasn't it.
Not to me. But that's not for me to say.
Who are the people in this clips? I'm kidding.
I ain't about to do all that.
How do we get our Steppin documentaries to this producer or to Hollywood? What?
You got to kick open the door, and I think this door was kicked open. Because now people have been forced to pay attention to our culture, regardless of what they feel like it is.
Right or wrong.
They're on the outside looking in. And we know that. You never know Steppin until you inside Steppin. Mm-hmm. You can peek in all you want. But when you inside, you really know. Like, one of the scenes that was like, yeah, it's her birthday party. And they wanted like them to be dancing in a circle, twerking the whole scene. Like partying, like. Now,
I remember seeing a little bit of that, but they cut it.
Jack, let me tell you, dude.
This ain't what we're doing.
Director friend.
Right.
The only time we get down like that is if it's at the end of the movie, at the end of the set, and it's some house music.
Right.
I know you ain't got no rights to no house music. Because we having issues with all this other music you trying.
So I know you ain't got no house.
So, what we do is we do a birthday dance.
Okay.
Where everybody lines up.
Okay.
And they dance with the birthday girl.
I did see that.
He said, let me see it. Create it right now on the set.
Wow.
So you saw the white girl dancing with her?
Yes.
Brooke?
Yes.
I'm sorry, not white girl. Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
And you saw another, the short hair sister, Rachel. Dancing with her. But we all lined up and danced with her.
But they cut all of that out.
Editing.
And
yeah. But I was proud about that because it was going to go way left field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're trying to create a movie.
I understand.
Yeah. But I was like, there's some cultural things that you still got to keep. You got to keep the dip.
Right.
The rock.
You got, yeah.
It's some things. But at the same time, dealing with the director in class, I felt the disconnect to me having to count the dance off to the music and the students dancing on beat or off beat. Because I cut the music off every time, like, y'all off beat. And the director be like...
No, they're not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to tell him, when you paint the picture of us dancing, you can't paint the picture of us dancing off beat. Because that's part of the culture. We're dancing on top of the music.
Yeah.
So while they were in the lab, and I was kind of upset about this, because I wanted to be in the process of the movie being chopped.
Absolutely. You should have been there.
Yes. But I am the assistant. Sit down, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
You did your little part. So
yeah, you assistant. We got what we needed from you. They FaceTimed me while they was in the lab chopping it. And was trying to I was in the middle of the class and I answered the phone. And they were like, we're trying to make sure that, we own the music or whatever, how it look or whatever. The piece that they showed me, I felt like, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's not bad. And it don't sound like it's off. But they were going from frame to frame so much, they didn't even give you a whole lot of time to see if anybody was on the beat or not on the beat.
No.
You wasn't about to see no whole full basic out.
Correct.
Yeah. Right. So from me seeing that, I was like, yeah, I guess that, that's cool. I said, but just make sure, because the choreographer was there with him.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, I was trying to tell him that the beat is on the one and the next. I was like, no.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 and the 4, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Yeah.
1, 4, and 7.
Yeah.
That's what you got to put the film to.
And they didn't do that.
I don't know. But I had to drill that throughout the whole process.
Did anybody see a 1, 2, 3? I tried to count one.
Yeah.
It didn't fit.
Yeah.
Not to the music.
And I might be thinking that I might be looking at it totally different because I know what was in there before the dissect.
Go back in there
because I've only seen it once.
Go back in there with clean eyes.
Yeah, I need
because your eyes are not going to be as clean as right.
Yeah.
Ours were clean.
It's like seeing a movie. Like you got to see it 2 or 3 times. Every time you see it, you'll see something different.
Our eyes was Windex clean.
I'm sure.
And we're like, where is the basic? Where is the count? I tried to count it.
Because y'all saw a lot of highlights.
Right.
Yeah. That's what y'all saw.
So what is the future? What do you think the future looks like for this in Hollywood? In the bigger stages? Dancing with the Stars, because I heard that a lot. This looks like Dancing with the Stars, you know, people. No, it's Dancing with the Stars. Do you think they're trying to transition it to be more commercial? What do you think? Will it hurt the dance? I can't see it hurting us. Or maybe.
Not necessarily hurting us.
Do you think they're trying to get on a big platform like a Dancing with the Stars?
That would be great. I mean, but you would need attention for that to happen. They're not like they're not gonna come searching for us because we not really. I mean, I think a lot of part of our issue is we like when you go and take salsa, because I do other dances.
Okay. The
verbiage, the content is universal.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. That's why it can be used as a platform dance or a competition dance.
I understand.
You know, because it has standards.
Right.
You know, and we've been fighting and going back and forth with that in our own dances for so long. We doing black people crap stuff. Just with the same thing with the movie. You know. And
it's unfortunate, TJ, because and you said a mouthful when you just said that. Because thank you so much. Because we can't agree that an extended right is when you do that, or is it just when you go past them? I don't. Okay, forget it. Extended right is not even a move. Right, a move.
Yeah.
Forget
it might be called something else and somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think because of that, it stifled us some.
Yeah.
From my understanding, this is not the first time that STEPPIN has been brought. I had an opportunity to be.
No, I remember some of those conversations.
This is not the first time.
I remember some of those conversations about making it a national treasure type of a standard.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And some of the people that's been in the dance have been in front of some great folks that could have made some differences, but because they couldn't agree, or because of greed, or because whatever came into play, we're where we are today when you have somebody fighting over the word.
That's crazy.
Stupid to me.
Yeah.
You know, we got to figure out how to progress this dance forward.
Yeah.
And I think the way that we do that is we support people like a TJ that is in the face of these people or in the face of Hollywood that can possibly make this dance really, really worldwide because we all love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, stepping with my own personal thing, it really helped us a lot because me and him was not in a good space. You know what I'm saying? So it has helped a lot of people in a lot of ways.
Man,
so why can't we spread it? We need to be able to spread it, but we can't spread it with our selfishness. We can't spread it with backbiting.
Yeah.
We can't spread it with trying to steal. This is mine because y'all didn't do this. We can't get anywhere with that. And I hate to call it a black person's mentality. I want to take it further than that. I just think it's just stupidity. Whether you black, white, or indifferent. When you get into a headspace like that. Unfortunately, we just happen to be black.
Right.
You know. TJ, do you think we'll be able to get past this and maybe get them to buy the documentary that they got coming out? You know, we got a whole documentary that's coming out.
Yeah, I actually ran into those individuals at the set last Saturday.
Okay, because I know they're here tonight too.
They are? Uh-huh. Yeah, I met them and had some conversation with them and told them, you know, if they needed, you know, any assistance or any leads on, you know, some of the relationships that I created, I would be more than welcome to provide that. Hopefully
they'll reach out to you.
We'll see. But I gave them my card and everything, so
yeah.
I mean, it's about relationships. The dance is about relationships.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I come to Heritage Ball, just the fellowship.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
The dance, it happens off the floor. You know, so yeah.
Well,
I know.
Y'all have it straight out of the horse's mouth. We made this interview happen, and I am so happy. I'm always delighted. Terry, yes, Tyler Perry Studios next.
Oh,
Matter
we getting
fact,
it in.
we got a couple people that's working on.
Yeah, we trying to connect.
Yeah, we can't say it yet, but we got some folks that's making
work
some calls. Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to my crew, LSTN Network.
What's up, y'all?
I gotta give a shout out to the Queen Lady, Bane, DJ Samsonite. Hey y'all,
What's up?
I'm on somebody else live.
Y'all can have him back, no? But yeah, I hope that it can transition to this. So let's see. Let's read some of the comments and we'll go. Regis, the beauty of Chicago style is the uniqueness of the individuals that engage in the dance. Totally agree. Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you. Hey, Angie Fain. How you doing, darling? Angie, have you seen the movie yet?
I thought it was a great storyline.
I thought it was a fantastic storyline.
And it had some good gems that were dropped in it. Some good jewels. I like the father-son connection thing.
Yeah.
I
was concerned about the son for a minute.
Yeah.
Because he just showed up and he was gone. I was like, so all through, I don't know, you saw my live.
He was on some different stuff. Yeah.
I kept saying, where is the baby?
What is he doing?
Where is he at?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting dynamic. And then y'all keep in mind, you had a black family that was together. You had the black father in the home.
Yes.
You know, so I think sometimes we miss.
Yeah.
We miss it. We miss it.
Yeah.
Hollywood
so
portrayed
critical.
us. They portrayed us with a full family, with a man in the house that cared about his child and his wife.
Yeah, and was holding it down.
And was holding it down, even though he's lost his work.
Yeah. Well, he was like, I ain't about to stop. Let me do me.
You see?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times we miss stuff because we're
I
too
love
busy.
the storyline. I think that's one of the things that made it easier for me to watch and digest.
Yeah.
Like if the storyline was whack and the dancing was super whack,
it would have been like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Where's TJ? I'm gonna call TJ phone right now.
I was praying.
Yeah.
I was like, Lord,
just don't let it.
just let it be okay. Like, okay, please, because this process is just grueling. Like, you ain't put me through all this for it to just be dookie ookie.
Somebody said it was great, a great story. It was a decent storyline for a stage play.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's TV One. Not the downsized TV One, but, let me tell you this one story. Monique Coleman, who was the female actor.
Okay.
Remember I told you I was doing research on the dancers after I was done.
Okay.
And found out she was in High School Musical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Okay.
They did about 3 of them.
Okay.
So my bad, Mo. I gotta go back and watch it, but I never saw High School Musical. But I got nieces and nephews that love High School Musical.
Wow.
That's like they did. That's like that was like their new age Disney.
Yeah.
But based off of that, she was on Dancing with the Stars.
Really?
And got kind of far.
Really?
So I called Mo up and I was like, Mo, you whack, dude. You didn't tell me that you had a dance background with Dance with the Stars, because I love Dance with the Stars.
I love that. Absolutely.
And I was like, I would have went way harder on you if I knew
that you had that anticipation.
Most definitely.
Right.
I could kind of feel, because she was the most, out of all the women I trained, she was the most, what's the word I want to use?
Receptive or most?
Yes, I want to say submissive. She was the most receptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could adjust to a lead. But I was leading her, and I wasn't dancing with her in the movie.
I see.
Yeah, so I had to transfer what I was doing to her to him. Yeah. And so I was like, I should have went way harder on you. And she was like, let me check you right now. She was like, I trained with Dancing with the Stars for 2 months.
That's intense. That's intense. So if she could do that, she did a fantastic job.
She was like, I trained with you for 2 days.
What happened to your idea for the STEPPIN community?
What happened to your idea?
I don't know. You're going to have to break that down for us. What I didn't like, they used Chicago backdrop, but filmed it somewhere else, just like Good Times. Mm-hmm. Film in the Shy and use Chicago clubs and audition Chicago steppers for lead roles.
Yeah, they just did. I think they, Atlanta movie bracket is cheaper, tax break.
Yeah.
So you run your cameras over there and get all that footage, but use the inside you know.
And they do that all the time.
Yeah,
like, to be honest, I mean,
it's so many.
They do that
so many movies
so
that
much.
you've seen that have been filmed here that you think of something. Bad Boys, Coming to America.
All that was here.
Wakanda is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's normal.
They made Africa.
That's just industry. Yeah, that's just the industry. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no way around that.
No.
And then let me tell you something. Unfortunately, whatever lead roles or lead actors, dancers they would have used, they would need to have had a acting background. So you have to keep in mind, y'all saying lead roles.
Yeah.
But that's if it's a STEPPIN movie. It wasn't a STEPPIN movie.
Right. Exactly.
First of all, and then and listen, let's wrap our head around this. In the event that we get an opportunity to have a STEPPIN movie, you need to be an actor or an actress. Still, even though you know how to dance, you still got to know how to act.
Most definitely. And they picked actors who they casted it well. I felt from the people that I saw, because I didn't see a lot of people on the set. I just was in the dance scenes, so everything else that was filmed, you know, I didn't really see those people.
So y'all got to wrap our heads around. We need to wrap our heads around that if we want to take this to Hollywood, when we have all these wonderful opportunities. We have TJ that definitely has his finger in the industry. I'm in the industry. I'm meeting people all the time. We got to, when we have the conversation with someone, they're going to want to hear all of that. Not just, we like this dance and we like the boogie. You like this shy lights and dramatics. No. Who can play the lead? Now we got Herb, you know, he's an actor. And
I was saying that.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got people that are in now. Donaldson. I don't know if there are other steppers. I'm sure they have
Donaldson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ed Donaldson. So we got people that are actors and actresses.
Most definitely.
It may be time for them to start putting stepping on their portfolio because apparently Hollywood is interested in what we got. You know, but I would definitely implore you guys, your tea sippers, to definitely try to keep your mind open to this. Open your mind up. It ain't gonna look like over. You know, it ain't gonna look like the dungeon. It just ain't gonna look like the 50.
No,
that is not what it's gonna look like, and it's still gonna call it stepping. But we got to keep our minds open. Not act a fool. Real acting, right?
What up, Ma?
Good job, frat. All the blacks should uplift and congratulate each other. Exactly. So
where you at? You ain't here? You ain't come down? No, I see you, Daddy. What's the thing that Kelby had? Girl Dad?
Girl Dad.
Yeah, Harvey's a girl dad.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to the girl dads.
So, hey guys, there you have it. Again, I would love to see our documentary, even the one that they have that's coming out. I don't know the quality of it, I don't know how good it is, but I would love to see it on the TV one.
Don't shoot it down before you see it, because a lot of these shots was fired off the trailer.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, they pretty much
they went in on the trailer.
They told you
after that. I was just like, you know, my mentor, shout out to Ty Muhammad, he was like, don't look at no social media. You know, you don't want nothing killing your spirit. You know what you did. You know that you put your energy and your spirit and your love for the dance into this, regardless of how it shape shifted or whatever. Just know you did a good job, and I was like, I appreciate him for that. So I didn't do the only social media I looked at was your live. After that, and I was good.
He made sure he called me the next morning and said thank you.
I did.
Because we had a good time, and I wanted to make sure I kept that positive vibe. Even though I was silly, we were silly as all get out, but that's me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wanted to make sure we kept a positive vibe around you and continue to uplift you. I didn't have to understand it all. We don't have to understand it all. Yeah. Just know that it's in the forefront. Right. You understand it better, bye. You know what I mean? So on that note, I love you guys so much. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this evening, this impromptu
Thank y'all
interview.
for tuning in.
Continue to support this dude.
OneStepAbove.com.
Absolutely.
The number one.
Go to his page. Tell him if you had something to say before this interview, go to this man's page and say, you know what?
Terrence,
good job.
TJ Estelle.
That's it. Go to his page and say, you know what, bro? After listening to that interview, I get it.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for coming.
I'm out. Smooches. All right.
Love you guys. We out of here. Sip. Bye.